Hi, today I'll be discussing a theory for the class Sociology of Deviance. The theory I'll be discussing is feminist theory, from Chapter 3 on constructionist theories. So much like feminism itself, this theory was developed not by one person or all at one time, but rather in waves with many contributions over time. In sociology, the theories we learn about deviance are meant to be applied to both sexes, assuming that what is true for men is also true for women. However, as feminist thought developed, many women in this field began arguing that theories of deviance are actually about men only. So, theories that are valid and true for male behavior aren't necessarily true for women's behavior. Because men and women are socialized differently, they may have different views or behaviors. For example, the anomie strain theory by Merton functions under the assumption that people are inclined to strive for material success. This may be true for men, but not as much for women because, under the influence of patriarchal society, women are traditionally less interested in material success, but more interested in attaining emotional fulfillment through close, meaningful relationships with others. This also may reflect a lack of opportunities for women to achieve success in general. But of course, this is not true for all women, but the theory still falls short because even if women were as inclined as men to achieve material success, they still wouldn't necessarily be as likely as men to commit crimes. Women today have more and more opportunities to be as successful as men, and the number of ambitious women is on the rise. But even when those women are faced with lack of opportunities for greater economic success, they are still not as likely as men to engage in deviant activities or crimes to achieve that success. Merton's theory states that people in the United States are likely to commit a crime because their society overemphasizes the importance of success but fails at providing them with the necessary opportunities to reach those goals. But through the perspective of feminist theory, we can see that women are constantly given less opportunities to succeed and reach economic success, yet they still have significantly lower crime rates than men. And this has been true since the beginning of crime until now. The lack of relevancy to women in Merton's theory and other conventional theories stems from a male-biased failure to take women into account. Feminist theory brings these issues to light by focusing on women. However, it is just as relevant to the study of men in crime because it provides a more nuanced, gendered analysis. So, although early years of feminist theory focused more on women as victims, especially of violent crimes like rape, it also focuses today on women as offenders. Feminist theory has suggested, with all theories in criminology and deviance taken into account, that the most likely characteristic of a robber, burglar, assaulter, or murderer is that he is male. Also, many of these violent crimes are committed against women, likely reflecting patriarchal society's attempt to put women in their place and perpetuate male dominance. So women also commit crimes, and the rates have been increasing in recent years, but not very significantly. And when it comes to women's most common crimes, which are shoplifting, passing bad checks, welfare fraud, petty credit card fraud, these increases in female crime have mostly been minor, nonviolent crimes. This likely reflects the feminization of poverty. As more and more women fall below the poverty line, there's a larger need for them to commit such crimes. And not surprisingly, most women criminals tend to be unemployed, single mothers without a high school diploma, and they often having small children. They have to commit these crimes to sustain themselves. And they are likely also to be victims of physical or sexual abuse growing up. So overall, feminist theory is crucial to understanding the bias and gap in knowledge in other conventional theories that exclude, overlook, or do not really apply to women as equally as they do to men. It also provides a different perspective for studying deviance, allowing us to look more closely at gender differences in deviance and what those differences reflect about society. I hope you learned something new, and thank you for watching.